Qualifications-based selection step by step. Welcome to the QBS step-by-step guide to using the qualifications-based selection process to match the right professional services provider to your project. Before we begin, I want to let you know that the QBS Michigan website has resources, including a full, downloadable workbook that goes through each of these steps in detail, as well as worksheets and templates for you to use. Go to qbs-mi.org and click on Resources. Let's jump in. Step 1. Identify scope. To begin the selection process, the owner must identify the general scope and the particular needs of the project. Just as the owner needs information about the qualifications and competence of the professional design firms, the firms need to know the project requirements and goals. When identifying the general scope, focus on the objectives of the project rather than prescribing the methods or steps to achieve the objectives. This allows firms to propose innovations that may improve the outcome of the project. The following basic elements should be included in a statement of the scope of work for a project: the owner's name, description of the function, and short history of the owner, organization, or agency, including the goals or events that prompted the project, project name or identification, project location, and contact person. Be sure to identify and explain the involvement of a selection panel or client group, such as boards, foundations, committees, citizens groups, and be sure to include information on the individuals on the selection committee. Describe other construction in process or planned for the same site, but not part of the scope of work. Describe completed studies, surveys, or preliminary feasibility work that's relevant to the project and available to the firms that will be shortlisted and interviewed. Include requirements for further feasibility planning prior to design and construction. A project outline, as well as the intended size, function, occupancy, and other general anticipated requirements such as renovation, demolition, additions, new construction, and energy and land use, and site selection considerations should be included. Provide the anticipated schedule, including completion of design work, beginning of construction, and planned project completion date. Describe the selection process, including involvement of any of the groups mentioned previously. Provide additional or unique requirements or considerations such as referenda, anticipated funding strategy, and budgeting. Additional items may be added to this list as appropriate to provide guidance to the competing firms and to meet the needs of the owner. Specifically, identify all services to be provided by the design professional, including feasibility studies, design, construction coordination, budget development, and funding strategy. Owners should establish a time frame to complete the selection process. This prevents misunderstandings and last-minute surprises that might delay the process. Next, compile a list of professional design firms. Consider these factors: the type of firm needed, such as architectural, engineering, surveying, or related design professionals. Think about the number of firms that you as the owner can reasonably evaluate. Finally, consider the geographic locations and distributions of the firms. Where do you find professional design firms? Here are 3 ideas: advertisements for public projects, professional organization directories, or referrals from owners who have recently used design professional services on similar projects.